The studio lights shine brightly over the vibrant set of the Kelly Clarkson Show, where the atmosphere buzzes with anticipation and the colorful backdrop pulses with energy. Shania Twain, the legendary queen of country pop, steps onto the stage wearing her signature sparkling outfit that catches every light, her iconic curly hair bouncing as she waves to the cheering audience. Kelly Clarkson, beaming with her trademark warm smile, greets her guest with a huge hug, exclaiming how thrilled she is to have the icon back in the chair. The two powerhouse vocalists settle in, exchanging compliments about each other's careers and how they've inspired one another over the years. The conversation starts lighthearted, with Kelly praising Shania's timeless hits like You're Still the One and Man, I Feel Like a Woman, while Shania laughs and admits she's a huge fan of Kelly's raw emotional delivery in ballads. They reminisce about their shared love for music that empowers women, touching on how both have navigated the highs and lows of fame in the industry. As the chat flows naturally, Kelly brings up the topic of onstage mishaps, knowing it always makes for entertaining stories, and Shania leans in eagerly, ready to share tales from her long touring history. The audience hangs on every word, laughing along as the two bond over the chaotic behind-the-scenes reality of live performances. Kelly shares first, recounting a near-disastrous quick change where her team forgot a crucial step, leaving her dress nearly slipping off while she was going commando, turning what could have been a wardrobe disaster into a hilarious European beach moment. Shania nods knowingly, admitting quick changes are always a scream-and-swear fest, filled with tension and last-second fixes. The energy in the room is electric, with everyone feeling the genuine connection between these two stars who have both risen through sheer talent and resilience. As the discussion deepens, Kelly probes further into Shania's most memorable stage blunders, curious if the country legend has ever faced something truly wild. Shania pauses for dramatic effect before revealing her biggest mishap wasn't about clothes at Hala, it involved a live horse during a performance. She describes riding out confidently, the crowd roaring, only for the animal to suddenly decide it was the perfect moment to relieve itself right there on stage. The poop was massive, steamy, and incredibly stinky, she says with a grimace, but as someone raised around horses, she was used to the smell and powered through without missing a beat. The audience erupts in laughter, imagining the awkward yet professional way Shania handled the situation, turning potential embarrassment into a story that's now legendary. Kelly, wide-eyed and giggling, admits that's one for the books, far worse than any zipper fail. The two continue swapping tales, with Kelly adding another from her own tours where hair got caught in a tight jumpsuit zipper mid-song, forcing her to improvise while a backup singer helped free her. The banter feels effortless, like old friends catching up rather than a formal interview, and the crowd loves every second of it. Shania reflects on how these moments teach performers humility and the importance of rolling with the punches in live shows. Kelly agrees wholeheartedly, noting how such experiences build character and make the triumphs even sweeter. The conversation shifts slightly to body positivity, with both women opening up about embracing their bodies in the spotlight, especially after years of scrutiny. Shania's confidence shines through as she discusses her bold album covers and performances, inspiring Kelly to share her own journey of self-acceptance. The tone remains uplifting and supportive, with the audience applauding their honesty and strength. The mood in the studio remains playful until Kelly decides to steer the talk toward more personal territory, asking Shania about the challenges of maintaining authenticity in an industry that often demands perfection. Shania responds thoughtfully, sharing insights from her long career, including the impact of her vocal issues and health battles that forced her to step back for a time. Kelly listens intently, nodding as Shania describes rediscovering her voice after surgery and the emotional toll it took. The host then shares her own vulnerabilities, touching on how fame has affected her relationships and personal life, hinting at past struggles without diving too deep. The audience grows quieter, sensing the shift to something more serious, yet the connection between the two remains strong. Suddenly, Kelly poses a question about Shania's past marriage and the public fallout, referencing the well-known betrayal that inspired some of her music. Shania's expression changes slightly, a flicker of discomfort crossing her face as she begins to answer carefully, emphasizing growth and moving forward. Kelly presses gently for more details, perhaps in an attempt to connect on a deeper level, but the questions start feeling a bit too probing for Shania's comfort. The legendary singer shifts in her seat, her smile tightening as she tries to redirect the conversation back to music and empowerment. Tension begins to build subtly, with the audience picking up on the change in energy, though many are still smiling, unaware of the brewing storm. Shania politely but firmly states her preference to keep certain topics private, explaining that she's focused on positivity these days. Kelly, sensing the resistance, tries to lighten things up with a joke, but it lands awkwardly, escalating the unease. The exchange grows more intense as Kelly, perhaps caught up in the moment, circles back to the sensitive subject, suggesting it might resonate with viewers who have faced similar heartbreaks. Shania's posture stiffens, her responses becoming shorter and more guarded. She reiterates her desire to move on from past pain, highlighting how she's rebuilt her life and career on her own terms. The studio lights feel harsher now, the laughter from earlier replaced by an uneasy hush. Kelly attempts to backtrack, praising Shania's resilience, but the damage is done. The guest feels cornered. Shania glances toward the audience, then back at Kelly, her eyes flashing with frustration. In a voice that's calm but edged with steel, she says the questions are crossing a line she's not willing to revisit on national television. The host, surprised by the pushback, tries one more time to smooth things over, but Shania shakes her head. The iconic artist stands up slowly, smoothing her outfit, and declares firmly, "I'm done here." Gasps ripple through the crowd as she turns toward the exit, her head held high, refusing to be drawn into further discussion. Kelly's face registers shock and regret, calling after her guest, but Shania keeps walking, her strides purposeful and unyielding. The cameras capture the dramatic moment, the set falling silent except for the sound of footsteps echoing. Crew members freeze, unsure whether to intervene, while the audience watches in stunned disbelief. This unexpected walk-off turns what was a feel-good interview into headline-making drama, leaving everyone wondering what just happened. As Shania exits the stage, the remaining energy in the studio hangs heavy, a mix of confusion and intrigue. Kelly sits there for a moment, processing the abrupt end, then addresses the audience with a forced smile, trying to regain composure by joking lightly about how passionate artists can be. Behind the scenes, producers scramble to figure out next steps. While social media begins to explode with clips and reactions, fans of both stars debate fiercely. Some side with Shania, praising her for setting boundaries, while others feel Kelly was just being her authentic, curious self. The viral moment spreads rapidly, with headlines screaming about the fiery exchange and dramatic walk-off, turning a routine talk show appearance into a cultural talking point. Shania, once back in her dressing room, takes a deep breath, reflecting on why she drew the line so firmly of protecting her peace after years of public scrutiny. Meanwhile, Kelly wraps the episode, perhaps with a heartfelt message about respect and understanding, acknowledging that not every story needs retelling. The incident sparks broader conversations about interviewer boundaries, celebrity privacy, and the pressure on women in entertainment to bare their souls. Over the following days, both artists issue subtle statements through representatives, emphasizing mutual respect despite the misunderstanding. The clip becomes one of the most watched moments of the show's history, proving how even small tensions can captivate the public. In the aftermath, the walk-off becomes a symbol of empowerment for many, with Shania's decision to leave seen as a powerful stand for personal limits in an era of oversharing. Kelly, known for her empathy, learns from the experience, vowing to be more mindful in future interviews. The event doesn't diminish either woman's legacy. Instead, it highlights their strength and authenticity. Fans continue to celebrate their music, with streams of Shania's classics and Kelly's covers surging in solidarity. The two may never address it publicly again, but the moment lingers as a reminder that even icons have breaking points. Ultimately, what started as a friendly chat evolved into an unforgettable display of real human emotion on live television, captivating audiences and sparking discussions that last long after the credits roll. Both Shania and Kelly move forward, stronger and more respected, their paths crossing again someday, perhaps in harmony. The story of the fiery exchange and bold exit becomes part of entertainment folklore, A testament to the unpredictable magic of live shows.